You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Friday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
I went to that corn show the other night in Ottawa, and I was looking around, and they've really got the young demographic, like, in a good hold right now. Like, there was so many kids there, like 13, 14-year-olds.
So I have to imagine, because that's like the age of people that grew up with corn. They're right in our wheelhouse, so they're having kids. And then also, corn has really been like a pretty consistent low-grade meme.
It's TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, like every time I go on TikTok, kids love corn and Limp Bizkit and all this stuff. It's kind of funny that I think it's nostalgic for us.
Right.
But for them, they're hearing it for the first time, and there was so many kids there, which was really cool to see, but also annoying at the same point, where it's like throughout the show, there was like a row of like teenage girls that were sitting there like,
Oh,
the whole concert.
You're getting the Justin Bieber Beatles screams.
And Courtney was looking around. She's like, I think this is a lot of people's first concert.
Yeah. You know what's funny to think about is I don't think girls screamed like that for Jonathan Davis in the 90s. Never mind what he looks like now in 2025.
It was funny because corn is like a trend now for kids versus I feel like if you were into corn, you were into like a niche kind of pocket.
Well, that's just it, right? Like you mentioned, like Korn and Limp Bizkit. I feel like they kind of landed in the same place. Korn was always held just a little bit higher in terms of mainstream. But it was like, I feel like the roller coaster we went through is when we were growing up, it was okay to like it. It wasn't cool, but it was okay to like it. And then if you still liked it when you got to like your 20s, it was like, all right, loser.
Well, it was.
And now it's popular again.
It was weird because you seeing parents take their kids to the Korn concert, which like, I don't know, 20 years ago, parents would be like, turn this devil music off.
Oh
like,
my God. Yeah. There wasn't a lot of parents being like, let's take the kids to Ozfest or any of those styles of shows back in the day.
It's cool to see, but it's also one of those things where you're like, how did this happen?
How did we end up where we are now?
I'm glad to see that the youth is listening to good music. But
On the other side, though, the other bummer is now that's a whole nother generation you have to compete with to try and buy tickets to the show.
I know. Well, I look forward to kicking your ass in the pit.
You better raise your kids tough because they got some elbows coming in the pit.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The National Toy Hall of Fame has announced the 12 finalists for induction into the hall for this year. You ready?
I'm not, because every year something goes in that's not a toy. It's worse than the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Battleship.
Okay.
Catan.
Okay.
Connect 4.
Sure.
Cornhole is on there. The Furby. Scooter. Slime.
Okay.
The Spirograph. The Star Wars lightsaber. The Tickle Me Elmo. Trivial Pursuit, and the controversial one this year is Snow.
Like the rapper?
No, like Snow.
What? Snow's not a toy. Snow is a natural phenomenon.
I've seen people complaining about this online. Think about how much fun you had in the snow as a kid.
Listen, you can have fun in all kinds of things. That doesn't make it a toy. It's snow. It falls from the sky. You can't go buy snow.
It's technically a free toy. I mean, you go outside, you make snowmen, snowballs,
This is stick.
forts.
This is stick all over
The
again.
stick is in the Toy Hall of Fame,
I
which
know.
is something that every kid had played with. Maybe not anymore, but
It's not a toy, though. It's just a stick. It's a thing that exists. You can play with it, but that doesn't make it a toy. Same with snow.
I think there's a lot of things that you could consider a toy that weren't technically a toy as a kid. I think snow, stick goes in there. You're telling me you never played with a door stopper as a kid?
I mean, listen, we've all been there at that time or place where you're for some reason by the door and you see it and you can't resist because you know it's going to be a super satisfying.
Every kid who had parents who liked to drink at some point thought they were leaving and just sat on the floor. They had
Shoes
nothing-
on, jacket on. Why are we not going?
I think you could add rocks into that list as well. Just throwing rocks, cardboard boxes.
Cardboard boxes is a very vastly played with. I mean, every kid has turned a box into a spaceship, a pirate ship, some sort of device. but it's still not a toy.
Or if you even think about it, in your own house, stairs was like a free toy. I think every kid at least once looked at the top of their stairs and was like, I could clear this thing. If not, you turned it into a slide, right?
That's the bigger one. The stairs that I had in my house, I could remember falling down them a couple times. Way too big to try and jump. But you bet your ass we brought the crazy carpet inside a couple times to see if we could get through the drywall at the bottom.
Yeah, it was Jackass before Jackass.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
What's something that wasn't a toy, but you played with all the time as a kid?
Yeah, the elastic bands were a big one. You know, you kind of maybe slingshots, or you could I used to hold them on the wooden rollers back in school, and we'd fire them across the room and stuff like that.
Very multifunctional, you know?
You can play them as a
Oh,
guitar.
yeah, exactly. You can cut them in half, and then you stretch them out and make it guitar strings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was like the greatest toy / weapon that a kid could get their hands on.
Yeah, I mean, we used I think in grade 7 we used to basically just at point blank range shoot pieces of paper at each other or whatever, just to try and leave wells. You know, not the smartest, but it was fun at the time.
Better than being on an iPad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was life lessons, right?
100%, man.
I was always more partial to when you'd put the elastic between two fingers and then you'd go up to someone and try and get them with a quick snap.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was a epidemic at old Diamond Jeunesse in Hay River.
We got Blaine on the phone. What's one for you?
Christmas wrapping paper to cardboard tubes.
Oh, yeah. Nothing like a good sword fight on Christmas Eve or something, you know?
Yeah.
A sword fight, or you take the paper towel rolls, you put two of them together, use them as binoculars.
Yeah. Or even just the single, you start playing pirate and that's your periscope.
You could make your own music with them, too.
Yeah.
You know, we used to be able to entertain ourselves easily. We were easier back then.
And now kids just throw them in the recycling bin.
That used to be the big thing. Even with my kids, I will say, the cardboard box that the toy comes in, up to a certain age, is way more popular than the toy itself.
I mean, even, do you want to talk about something inside the box? The bubble wrap.
Bubble wrap.
Getting bubble wrap at Christmas, you just pop that stuff.
Dude, bubble wrap is timeless. And now if you order things from the internet or Amazon, everything comes in bubble wrap. I feel like I'm constantly popping. It's a fantastic feeling.
I do like some of the texts that we're getting in here at 762-555. Someone said the pillow just for pillow fights.
Dude, couch cushion fort.
Yeah.
That was the good stuff. Some couches now, my couch, you can't even take the cushions off. It feels like a lost generation. We used to rip our couch apart. My parents would come into the living room looking to sit down and watch the game. There's nowhere to sit.
Setting up a little wrestling ring out of the couch cushions.
Yeah. You dive off the dining room table onto all the couch cushions as you're doing a suplex.
A lot of people texting about pots and pans and stuff like that, popsicle sticks. Some people even just saying the old carpets, how you could just move it one way and the other. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, when you swipe it, it would get darker or lighter, and then you could start figuring out the angles to write your name in the rug.
Someone texted finding your dad's tools his cocking gun and using it as an SMG.
Oh my God. Yeah, we were not a guns family. My parents never believed in buying toy guns. They felt it gave the wrong example. But my stepdad was a tradie, so there were a lot of things that were guns.
My dad had a staple gun. Me and my sister used to fire that at each other.
Oh my God.
Although I will say, there is a decent amount of people texting in about matches and lighters.
Oh, dude, when I was a kid, and again, I don't know because there's a 12-year gap between us, but there was a time when just matchbooks would just be sitting on the counter of every convenience store, every gas station, video stores. They didn't care.
Dude, the first time you strike a match.
No, it's not the first time you strike a match. That's a good feeling. It's the first time you realize you can take the lit match and put it back to the matchbook, and the whole thing goes, and you're like, ooh.
It's funny because there's two types of kids
Yeah.
that find matches. There's the ones that are this is scary, and then there's the other ones that get excited.
Like with other things in life, type 2, baby.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
We want to remind people that next month is October, so it'll be our big breast cancer charity month, and we'll raise a bunch of money for Breast Cancer Canada. But we are not the only ones raising a bunch of money right now.
Oh?
There's a young lady by the name of Sophie Rain, which some gentlemen might know. She was very popular on the OnlyFans.
Oh, okay. I mean, I just OnlyFans is somewhere I don't know a lot of stuff about.
That's what a guy who has OnlyFans would say.
Fair point.
Apparently, this girl has made $82 million in the past year and a half alone.
Wow. She's making that bank.
She is 20 years old.
Damn.
She's turning 21 at the end of the month, and she said she wants to do something good for once.
Okay.
So she is asking everyone to subscribe to her OnlyFans.
Of course.
Before September 30th, and all the money that she makes within that time period, she is going to donate to a charity.
Wow. I mean, if she's made $82 million in the last year and a half, it stands to reason that she's going to make millions of dollars, especially with a charity angle in the month of October alone.
Yeah, she says she's going to donate all of this revenue to Feeding America. I guess it's some sort of like food bank kind of thing.
Yeah,
or whatever.
I've heard of Feeding America. And it actually is reassuring to hear, like, that's a charity I've heard of before. This is not, what was the one from Seinfeld? The Human Fund. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm donating all this money to charity for sure.
I mean, you got to think she's been feeding all these fellas. Like, she's now feeding families, too.
Well, I feel like the fellas were more thirsty than hungry, but that's neither here nor there.
Which, I mean, if she's made $82 million in a year and a half, this is a great way to get a huge tax write-off on top of that,
sure.
too.
And listen, I mean, at the end of the day, business is business as well. OnlyFans, like so many other places, like your local gym, is a subscription base. You don't sign up for a month, you subscribe. So for her, sure, she'll get a bunch of people that are like, I just want to subscribe for the charity thing. And then they forget about it like you would with a gym membership, and she's making money off you for the next 6 to 12 months. So.
I do really think it's funny, though. There's going to be some guy this month that's going to be like, you know what? She's pretty hot, and I want to support the cause.
Right,
and he's going to lock in.
Using that justification. It's like when McHappy Day or Dairy Queen Miracle
and you're like,
Treat
I'll
Day.
get a Big Mac because it's for a good cause.
Babe,
Yeah.
I know I'm on a diet. I know I'm type 2 diabetic. I had to get a Blizzard today for the kids.
I just love the idea of somebody's wife looking at their credit card being like, what the hell is this? And it's like, it was for a good cause.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you not want to feed America, babe? I had to.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Crikey. It's time for Animal Impressions with Croc and Digby. Sorry, Brock and Dalby.
All right, we've got $100 in Lotto Max tickets for tonight's big old jackpot there.
$26 million up for grabs in the Lotto Max tonight.
And you found the roe deer, which sounds like this.
Just imagine that the next time you're out on a highway and you see a deer like coming out into the road, just listen to that noise.
Dude, if you
in
were
your
hunting, you're like, am I becoming the hunter?
head. I'm about to be the victim.
Yeah. If you're not one of our 3 deers this morning, that does mean you are a judge, 762-555. But let's just get into her right now. Hey, good morning. Who's this?
This is Rob.
Rob. All right. I don't know if you've ever heard this before, but this is a roe deer. You think you can do that for us, Rob?
I'm going to try.
All right, let's hear it.
Go ahead.
Yep.
I had a car sound like that once till I got the alternator fixed.
Like dry heaving to me.
All right, Rob. Well done, man. Thanks
Stay
for
on
the
hold,
effort.
buddy. All right, we're going to line 2. Hey, good morning. Who's this?
Roger. Roger.
Roger. All right, my man. Here's a roe deer. See what you got, Roger.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
Is that the new Van Halen?
All right, Roger, stay on hold. We move on to our final contestant here. Caller number 3, what is your name?
Nicole.
Nicole, you've got to hear everybody else do their roe deer impression. What do you think so far?
Pretty lousy.
Whoa, Nicole!
Okay.
I love it!
I like it. All right, well, here's what we need.
Love you guys so much. I'm really good thing about the queue. Thank you for playing corn this morning.
Oh, you're very welcome.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, if you're a corn fan, this is good. You can channel your inner corn fan into the roe deer.
Cannibal corpse.
All right. We can talk music in a second. but we need you to do the deer sound. Can you do that for us?
No problem.
All right, let's hear it. Yeah, we gotta give it to her.
Yes!
She called everyone out.
Absolutely, Nicole.
Just like yesterday, another person calling their shot. Gotta love it. All right, Nicole, you win yourself $100 in Lotto Max tickets. If you do happen to win the jackpot tonight, got some nickels and dimes for the fellas?
I didn't even know how to call because I wanted to call how great you guys were and to thank you about corn. My day.
Well, we want to thank you for calling in this morning.
I didn't stick at home and you made my day.
Oh, yeah, Nicole.
You made our day, Nicole. You really did.
Thank you.
All right, Nicole, stay on hold and we'll get some info from you, all right?
No problem.
You know what I love? Is she sweet old grandmothered you into not asking her for $1 million.
Yeah.
She was so nice and sweet and charming. You didn't even ask for nickels and dimes today.
Well, she'll take us to go see corn or something next time.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Samsung has been rolling out those smart refrigerators for the past few years, and they've just put out a new software update for their Family Hub refrigerators that will now bring ads to your fridges.
The thing that I wonder, and I don't know this for certain, I don't know the technology behind it, but do you think they can do targeted ads? Like, do you think, is your fridge going to be listening to conversations you and your partner have in the kitchen and then all of a sudden start advertising things that you talked about on sale now?
It would suck if you're a big takeout person and your fridge just starts getting passive aggressive to you and just starts bringing up like Good Life, Planet Fitness ads for you.
What am I, chopped liver over here?
Yeah. It is crazy to think one day you're going to have to skip an ad before opening your fridge because you didn't get the Samsung Fridge Plus.
You know what, though? If they lock the fridge behind ads, might be good for people like me with poor impulse control. Oh, you want a snack? You have to sit through a 60-second ad. All of a sudden, I'm not hungry and I'm thin again.
You'll find a way in.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
You are familiar with, we don't play him on the station, but Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, of
you know
course.
Exactly who he is. He did an interview because he's got a new album coming out. So he was on the BBC and they were chatting up the album and whatever. And he said that he was actually offered, he doesn't say by who, but there's enough billionaires with rockets out there. You can make some guesses. He was offered a chance to go up and play a concert from space.
For who? Just billionaires?
Well,
or?
I think the idea would be that it would be like a big event. Like he would go up in the rocket and then it would stream back down to the planet of like.
Oh, I
watch
thought you were
Ed
going to say
Sheeran.
that they were trying to like broadcast out to extraterrestrial life.
I don't know if Ed Sheeran should be the one that we like try to make contact with.
I mean, he's got some slow jams. It might be the right like aura.
I think the craziest thing though is I found out from this interview that Ed Sheeran, just like us, just like me and you,
Shut it down.
said absolutely not. That sounds terrifying. I have no interest in going to space.
Yeah.
His exact quote was, he says, I don't want to go to space until it's like flying to France and 40,000 people have done it and you can just book it online. Then we can talk.
He probably also saw the flack Katy Perry got for it.
That's true. Yeah. Katy Perry didn't even go up to play a show. She went up, did Orbit, and everybody was like, well, we hate her now.
Yeah.
He was probably like, you know what, maybe I'll just sit this one out.
I mean, if you're going to send anyone to space to play a concert, Tom DeLonge from Blink-182. I mean, the guy has been dreaming about this stuff forever.
Do you think the other two would go with him? Like, if Blink-182 got offered a chance to go to space and play some songs or whatever, do you think, like, I feel like Tom would be yes.
I mean, the history of Blink-182, I don't know if Tom cares about the rest of the band.
He'll go do it himself.
It's kind of been his vibe for years, you know?
It's a real missed opportunity that we couldn't send Bowie.
Oh, yeah.
Bowie would have been, the Starman would have been perfect.
I do think if they are trying to play a concert and contact aliens, and maybe we want to keep them away from Earth,
right,
we got to send like a DJ like Skrillex or something. Play this song for them.
What if they think this is us crying for help, though? What if they hear, call 911 now? And they're like, we have to go to Earth and save them.
Then we find out what the probings are actually all about.
We'll finally get to the bottom of it.
No pun intended.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
K-Rock's What the Bleep with the Trues.
All right, we've got Jacqueline on the line here. Jacqueline, how you doing this morning? All right, we're doing fantastic. $3,600. We're hoping we can give it to you. What would you do with that money if you won this morning?
I really don't know. Put it in the bank for Christmas, I guess.
There you go.
That is just around the corner. Let's ask some questions, though, to make sure that you're ready for this money. Have you been following along with the wrong answers on the Seeker app?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And you've heard the few. We haven't given big clues, but we've given some. You've heard those?
Yes, I have.
You're not going to be guessing a game or music this morning?
Oh, God, no.
Okay. All right. Well, Jacqueline, here's the clip that you've heard a bunch of times.
Hey, this is John Angus McDonald from the Trues. The one thing I never get tired of playing is...
For $3,600, Jacqueline, what is your answer?
Brother.
Playing Brother.
Like as in being a brother to somebody.
Playing with the brothers.
Playing with the brothers. Okay. So we need to just make it an official, locked in. Your guess, Jacqueline, is he never gets tired of playing with his brothers.
Yes.
Okay.
The one thing you got to remember, Jacqueline, it is just one word
Just
and one
one
word only, okay?
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
$3,700 is where the jackpot sits at now.
I think we have a hint on deck. We have a piece of audio. We can't play it today, but I think that if no one wins this at 5 o'clock today, the jackpot is now $3,700. It'll be $3,800 if someone gets it wrong this afternoon. I think if we're back here on Monday and the jackpot is $3,800, I think we have to play the extra clue.
I don't want that to happen because I know a lot of the people that listen are the same generation that complain about participation awards.
Right.
So if you guys don't figure it out at 5 o'clock today, remember, whoever wins it next week, I'm putting an asterisk beside it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, participation trophy might not be so bad. Most of these people are not even participating based on their guesses.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
What if I told you that aliens are in fact not real? Or at the very least, undiscovered?
The government told us they're real, and the government never lies.
Oh, you trust the government all of a sudden? That's interesting turn of events. Have you ever heard of Project Bluebeam?
I don't think so.
This is a conspiracy that has some legs in terms of the people who are talking about it. Just to throw out a couple of names of people who support this concept: Alex Jones, the InfoWars guy.
Very reliable.
Roseanne Barr,
Very
outspoken.
reliable.
So the idea is this actually is a Canadian conspiracy theory. It was invented by Serge Monast back in the 90s.
Sick name, by the way.
Honest to God. The idea behind Project Bluebeam is that government overlords and overseers are trying to bring us all under one totalitarian government to rule the world kind of deal.
Okay.
And they feel like the easiest way to do that is to scare the population. So the modern twist on this, because it's evolved over the years, is that the governments of the world who are trying to bring in some sort of new world order are using drones to pretend to be aliens, to be UFOs, and that they've been doing this for years, that the government has had drone technology long before we ever knew anything about it, and they pretend to be aliens so they can set up some sort of event or some sort of alien threat in which we will all allow ourselves to be taken over by the government, who will protect us from aliens that don't really exist.
I mean, that makes sense because I sound so crazy just being like, yeah, it makes sense. But it's like, yeah, it does. Yeah.
I mean, hey, listen, it's probably crazy, but if there's even a shred of truth, then you get to have some fun with it.
You
right?
got me, man. Like, I'm biting the bait on this
And
one.
especially you think about like some of the stuff that you see, and again, I don't believe in a lot of conspiracies, but I do believe that the government probably has things that we don't know about.
Of course.
So the drones that we already see, like you see some of those like drone shows in the States and in China and stuff where they can create entire images in the sky that move like animation.
Well, and how many videos do you see of crazy stuff that happens all across the world that never gets explained for?
That's right. So, it's the next time you see a drone flying overhead and you think, oh, maybe that's just somebody in the neighborhood trying to have some fun, Maybe it's the government. Maybe they're trying to scare you. Maybe they're coming for you and your family.
So what you're saying is Alex Jones is right.
God, I don't think I could say those words. I think that actually...
I think you technically did.
Even for the sake of the bit, I feel like that might physically hurt me to say out loud.
Pretty sure you already did.
All right, so you said you're convinced. What's the score? What's the rating?
Dude, 10 out of 10 tinfoil hat, brother. I'm locked in on this one.
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby podcast.